So we emphasize that God is going to say, and that's going to lead into lahem, for them, with the tevir. Number 6. Vast lands and unlimited possibilities were open for them to improve, make progress, and succeed in their endeavors, as denoted by the shape of the reading mark. So the things that people are going to achieve are going to, in fact, give them stability. And we see that stability in the fact that there is a tevir under what God is saying to them. Pru, with a mercha, be fruitful. So this is going to slightly be connected to what was before, but mainly lead into what's going to go on. So because God has said it to them, they are going to be fruitful. Man's inclination and congenial versatility shall dictate to him to be fruitful and produce various qualities of offspring and improve the ground with its productivity as suggested by the directional shape of the reading mark. So you're going to move forward from there with an understanding that it's connected to the blessing that you've just received, uravu, and multiply with a tipcha, number 8. Along with progress in achieving superb qualities, you shall grow and multiply your own presence. You will forget the memories of yesterday and adopt hope for tomorrow as expressed by the closing shape of the directional reading mark. Because you've multiplied, then you can pause after that. So you're going to give yourself the ability to actually have some rest or some satisfaction with what you've done and what you've achieved. And that's why the tipcha there has the pause after it. Umil'u, and fill, with again a mercha, so it's going to be slightly connected to what was before, but mainly sweep into what's going to go forward. You shall spread in various directions and fill all vacancies, utilizing your initiative and ingenuity as specified by the directional shape of the reading mark. So what you've had from before and what you've achieved is going to allow you to continue to move forward, to fill up places, et ha'aretz, with the land, with a sof pasuk. After you work with the land of your choice, you will discover its specific blessings, which will differentiate it from other locations. So you're going to find stability in where you are, and each where you are is going to have its own characteristics, and you'll take advantage of those specific to what the land there has to offer. Remark, by Varech, this A, this blessing by Varech is accompanied not only by a statement by Yomer, but also by an answer to a question of how to make the land productive, where there are few people left. Lahem, for them, meaning for those who will come later, was the answer. So Vayavarach Elokim et Noach ve'et banav, and God blessed Noach and his sons. Well, how are they going to manage to achieve things? There's only a handful of people. Vayomer lahem, and he said, to those who come after you. Not lahem to them personally, but lahem to those who are going to be their offspring. So for them, meaning this is the answer to the question. So he gave them the blessing, and he said, well, how can we do that? And he said, well, you're going to have children, and they're going to have children, and they're going to have children. That's how you're going to achieve all this. Remark B, since Noach represented the last Adam, God spoke to him in the style of creation. So again, we do have back in Bereshit, Vayomer Lakim Adam, God spoke to Adam, so he's using the same phraseology. So again, we have this concept of Gzeira Shava, that when you have two concepts using a similar root word, that there has to be a connection between the two. And normally you wouldn't take as common a word as Vayomer and try and draw a Gezeira Shava out of it, but because we are dealing with a word-by-word perush, we again can take license and do things like that. So Elokim leads us back to the Bereshit story because Bereshit bara Elokim. And Vayomer similarly leads us back to the Adam story because that's the word that God chooses to speak to Adam. And you'll remember we said before, again, outside of this perush, but nonetheless, we said before that the first half of the pasuk is perhaps the more elevated, and the second half is perhaps the lower half. So the first half is the blessing, and the second half is the consequence of the blessing. What's going to happen? So the first one is elevated and limitless, and the second one is concrete and what's going to happen physically. And we will read the pasuk. Vayevarech Elokim et Noach v'et banav vayomer lahem peru u'revu umilu et haaretz. And give me just a second, because